MC Radio Rental with episode 11 of Freestyle Raps improvised using random words. Quick good session. Let's try and keep it simple, keep it basic, that's the goal. You know that I am the man, and that's why I like to code, I like to program. When I eat the pig, you know it's so ham. I weigh it by kilos and by the gram. You know that I like to make an election, and to do that I meet the voters, make a connection. You know if I'm building something, you know I will erect it, and if I wrote a message, the next step is to send it. You know I'm like a train, cause I stay on the rails. You know that I'm a seller, cause I always make the sale. I'm evergreen, fresh, never going stale. Whatever gender, maybe female or male. It's so strange, the tale of the ages that I'm regaling. You know that I'm the postman, I take messages, mail them. You know I like to go against the grain, the whole grain. I'm so famous, it's deranged, kid. 5 more random words, I always pay my rent. Everyone, the ladies, gents. You know whatever I say it, you know it's meant. And you know I eat every day, even when it's Lent. You know I like to regale us. You know that I like everyone, I don't play favorites. You know I like to eat slowly and I savor it. And if I like Homo sapiens, I like to wear shoes, I always wear socks. You know I open with the key, I get the lock, and it doesn't cost a little, it costs a lot. But when I'm painting in the studio, you know I wear a smock. You know that I reach, man. You know I believe, grasp like a policeman. You know I'm on the ocean like a seaman. In any season. 5 more random words, you know I bring the light. You know I keep it on fleek, you know I make it tight. You know I like to keep everything on fate, and that's why I keep to every date. You know that if I gotta say it, then I'm gonna say it. And if you know April or May, it's any month, it doesn't cost much. I'm not turning mulch, cause I gotta keep my garden nice. 5 more random words, it is my business, and I see everything in court, you know I am the witness. Something else about psychology, because I'm foraging for knowledge, see. 5 more random words, I've been here for decades, and I could tell you everything in no less than 10 ways. 1, you know that I like to keep under the sun. 2, you know that photosynthesis is fun. 3, you know that I like to make dumb puns. 4, you know that I walk then I run. 5, you know that it's always drinking rum. 6, I run out the beats, I'm gonna run that again. Alright. That was alright, that was a decent warm-up, let's keep going. Improvised rap, 5 more random words, quick session, slightly faster beat, let's get some new words, let's keep it going. Yo. If I was a bird, I'd be a sturgeon. If I had to cut you up, I'd be a surgeon. If I killed you, then it'd be a murder. It wouldn't be temporary, it'd be permanent. Cause I'm a surgeon, like a sturgeon, and I'm like a fire, I'm burning. And I'm just a student, so I'm learning. So play patience while I'm churning. Like the sea, I'm rising, like the tides. I'm rising to reach the moon, it's lunacy. So I move from heat into the chosen streets, and I'm moving way too fast, see? You know I'm gonna keep my feet on the loam. You know I'm gonna be slow when I'm on my approach. You know I'm in a democratic vote, and you know I'm like a mammal, like a stoat. 5 more random words, I am a foreigner, because I am on top of it. And not just one, but a lot of it. It's like a sausage kid, but when I make it written, you know I make my mark. You know I'm not a bird, I'm not a lark. If I was making it clear, I'm stark. And if I was a bird, I might be a galah. But if I'm in my home, I might be in my hall. If I'm in the bathroom, I might be in the stall. You know that the season is fall. And if I was in a strange form, I might be rearranged, I might be shape-shifting, I might be going up, I might be lifted. I might be like Saint Nick, cause I am gifted. You know I never stop changing, shifting. 5 more random words, I'm on the date. I'm deranged and strange, you know I am regaling tales of the ages, cause it is fated, it's like destiny, and that's what it meant to me. In Gethsemane, I am sending heat and messages from above like a pirate sea on rising heat, on the high tides, and I might reside on high like a pirate. I just use so many crutches, I got the salt, like the basalt or the malt. Whatever you choose to put in your milkshake, I won't judge. Whatever way you behave, I won't change it. I won't remake you. You have a right to your identity, that's what you're meant to be. So I'm not gonna impress on thee what you should be. 5 more random words, you know I regard it. I stop it and then I restart it. If I was a Simpson, I'd be Bart. And if I was not, I might be Marge. But if you gotta go anywhere, you gotta start. You got some fat and you got some lard. You put all the lard into your larder. And if you're gonna swing dance, you might need a partner. If you're in the rodeo, you're not far from home. You go fast, you don't slow. And if you're in the water, you might be in the moat. And if you're gonna drown, then you better start to float. And that is the simple of fixture, and you're mixing them together in a mixture. And if we're gonna be married, I'll kiss you. And if you're gonna laugh, you're in stitches. Well, that was good. That was pretty fast. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that flowing. Yeah. 4 more random words. You know that I play out. That's how I arrange the layout. And I'm spraying it so loud, I might have to speak in shouts. And if I get elected, I'll make sure that every mirror is reflective. And I'll end every sentence with the period, so you don't have to mention 4 more random words. You know it is appointed. You know that my rhymes are disjointed. But you know if it rains, I bring the moisture. And you know that I'll foist on anybody of my needs and I achieve them. I'm gonna see them with 3D vision. You know that I believe. And we're gonna eat the greens because we're vegan. And 5 more random words, I make illustrations. I make the hips and the bodies gyrating. And we're gonna cause elation. If we gotta reduce it, then we'll ablate it. You know we're gonna shatter it like glass. We're gonna have 2 halves like an arse. If I was a cat god, I'd be Bast, and I'm gonna explode you on blast. And if I'm hungry, I might get some rice. It's gonna be delicious and it's gonna taste nice. We might chop in some cabbages and chives, and then a bit of eggs to keep me alive. Because I like to see with my eyes, with the sclera and the iris inside. That's the part that lets in the light on the retina, so I can see your jive. And it's so fly when I'm on high, and I reside like a cloud up in the sky. With the custard and the mustard, and the car is rusted. I'm fussy. 5 more random words, I'm like a fish. And I'm so tasty, I'm delicious in stitches. You might miss us when we go extinct, so don't kill our village. Protect our habitat, how hard is that? All the hazards that you're putting up in the plastic places that you're rearranging it, and it's dangerous, so you got to stop polluting. You got to respect the water's movement. You got to make decisions, you choose it, and if you don't protect it, you might lose it. And that's why I'm such an environmentalist, and I'm just venting this. But you know that the reason that I mention it is because it is so sensitive. This environment in which we live, it's not just isolated, it's a village, and that's why we've got to share it all. Otherwise the world might fall. We just got to be a little bit sensible. Cause what rhymes with sensible? I'm mental still. Sensible. 5 more random. Alright, let's keep going. This is just a great beat. Alright, MC, radio rental, using random words, improvised rap. Alright, let's go. Yeah. You know that if I lost all my hair, I might be sad, I might feel despair. If the headlights are on, I see the glare, and then this Pokemon is rare. And if I was looking at you, I might stare. And if you had 4 arms, you're a bear. I might sing like Fred Astaire, and then I'd walk up the damn stairs. I keep on using homonyms, it's so silly. You can't hear them in that frequency that you need. Your vibrations, I rearrange them and I'll change them. And if I'm on a ship, I might be on the deck. What rhymes with deck? I'm feckless, it's endless. By the size of my pecs, and if I was a flower, I might be a lily. And just to say that sounds a little bit silly. If I have a bucket, then I'd fill it. And if I had some grain, I might mill it. And if I was upset, I might have to cry. I'd always tell the truth, you know I never lie. You know I'm like the sun, I got light that shines. You know that I got gold, I'll take it from the mines. And in the mines I might mine some diamonds. I'm gonna polish them until they are shining. And there's nothing better, nothing that is finer. For the jewelry, you know it's delightful. 5 more random words of literature is a mischief. Literature. I start it, then I finish it. And if I need some money, I'll put it in the budget. And if it's wrong, then I'll fudge it. I'll fudge the numbers so they look under the place that they're meant to be at. If I was embellished, I might be a president. I take it and I'm sending it right down to the sediment. And I'm like a penitent because I committed a crime. It's no lie, so much sin it's coming out through my eyes. So I gotta upright my spine so that I can make the wrongs all right. If it goes down, it might just decay. If I eat some chips, it might be Lay's. And if I was a donkey, I might have to bray. And if I'm saying it, then I'm saying. If I don't leave, then I'm gonna stay. If I need to give you money, then I pay. And if I need some grass, I will graze like I was a cow out in the hay. Whatever kind of vegetation is required, I'm telling the truth, you know I'm never lying. This delicious vegetation, it's got to stay, otherwise it is erased. And 5 more random words I swallow. You know I'm like Apollo, because I rise across the size in the sun. And you know that I feel the tonnage, cause I'm like Atlas, I'm eating cabbage. I pick it up and then I smash it, and then I put it down into a fucking sandwich. It's so terrible and I can barely stand it. I can barely manage, I can barely capture. I'm so famished. Alright, that was good. Alright, new beat. 5 more random words, improvised rap. You know that if you fall, I am gonna carry ya. I can overcome any kind of barrier. And you know that I might marry you if you're a person that I'm stammering because I can't find the right rhymes in time. But how else can I know that I am alive? I got to rise up my spine, up to reach my eyes so I can see the light. And if I got too much gluten, I get fat. Could you believe it? How the fuck is that? You know I got everything, I don't lack. You know that if we're kissing, then we might be macking. I'm stacking racks of fat hate, and it's not cracking because I'm made of grease. Back to the fat, you see. Let's throw all these rhymes off the hate. And if we're gonna mention it, make a consensus. If we're gonna write the message, then we send it. All the energy is pent up, and I might have to send it. And if I have to regale you, you know I'm coming at you with the flavor. It's so damn delicious, and you're gonna savor. And you know we're gonna make it together in any weather, in any season. You and me together, believe it. If you're not lactose intolerant, the cheese and the brie is what you will believe in. And you know I've got so much knowledges, we can form any kind of hypothesis. That's the state that the porridge is when I'm eating all my sausages and oranges. And 5 more random words, we standing at the bay. And whatever I speak, I say. And if you are fearing, I will allay it. If you need changes, you know I'm gonna change it. And you know that your eyes are like jewels. If we're staying still, you know we gotta move. Disabuse your views. What rhymes with jewels? Buells. Ferris Bueller, can you please stand up? We need you to say present, you're taking too long. You know you can't be weak, you gotta be strong. And if my name was Five more random words, hear the wind. The door's open, getting in. You know I never make a crime or a sin. If I'm making too much noise, I'm making a din. You know I don't rap, I don't sing. You know I just smile, I speak and then I grin. If it's not out, it's in. I like something else, but five more random words, we're gonna make explosions. Because we make decisions and we are the chosen. Everything we read, you know we're gonna know it. And the beat is right, so we're gonna flow it. Whatever happens, happens. You can't blame me and can't blame the captain. Whatever I have, no, I don't lack it. Like a delicious sandwich, and you know that the house requires some plaster. We need it now, not later or after. You know that if the sun's warm, I'll bask. And you know that my endurance will last. And if people are married, you know they have a wife. And that's one way to live a life. You know that you rise, you get high. And if you're a pig, you're gonna live in a sty. And if you don't love, you might have to hate. And that might make your brain all deranged. You might arrive not on time but late. You might make the hips gyrate. Five more random words, you know we like to snuggle. It's like magic, you know I'm not a muggle. You know we're never gonna fuck it up or bungle it. Because we're living in the jungle, kid. And if I make a mistake, you know that I regret it. It's like a message if I don't send it. Do I even have to explain or mention the way that the behavior is mental? But five more random words, I have to expose it so that everyone will know it. It's like the river and the beat, it is flowing. And you know that it's not closed, it's open. Alright. That was pretty good. Pretty good. So, five more random words. Improvised rap. Five more random words. MC Radio Rental. Yo, so when it's the morning, you know there's gonna be a sunrise. You know that the sun is gonna go up fucking so high. When I meet someone, I say, oh hi. And when they tell me the truth, I say, no lie. I like to put them together and then combine them. And if I'm too loud, you know I might get silent. If I'm looking at something good, I admire it. And if I figure out the height, I size it. But if I'm in the game, you know that I'm a player. And if I was a killer, then you know I'd be a slayer. And I'm off the fucking beat, so we gotta reset. Five more random words. Five more random words. Five more random words. How will it all end? With a whisper or a bang? If you gotta go fast, you gotta fang it. You know that we've gotta be braying and howling like a beast. You know we gotta say it. If we don't have the words, we use a bit onomatopoeia. Yeah, alright. I want to use a different beat. We fucked that up. Alright, five more random words. Five more random words. Yo. Five more random words. Five more random words. Alright. Yo. You know that if it's protected, it's locked. You know if we don't know where we're going, we might be lost. You know that if we don't have a parent, we're fostered. And we cut the mustard. Five more random words, I'm extreme and radical. You know I lost it, then I had it all. I'm not like a panda or a doll, I'm more like a stand at the door. If I'm really angry, then I might have to frown. If I'm feeling bad and if I'm feeling down. If I was a priest, then I might wear a gown. If I was not in a village but a town. But you know that the rising mist is making me doubt whether I exist. If I ask please, then I insist. And I might curl my hand to a fist. Cause if there is violence, then I'll resist it. If you throw it at me, then it is missing. Because we're all brothers and sisters. So why don't we coexist? 5 more random words, I might have to restrain you. I might have to remake and retrain you. Otherwise the tales that you're regaling are causing hatred, and we can't explain it. So 5 more random words, I'll hold you down with the chain. Otherwise your brain will get all deranged. If you were a dog, you might suffer some mange, and if you were Jesus, you'd be in a manger. Yeah, I go against the Granger, like I was Hermione in the lane that she was changing. Hermione Granger changing lanes like a train station, and I regale the tales of that great witch. She wasn't a necromancer or a lich, but you know Hermione would always give gifts to the elves to free them from the shelves. She wanted to end the slavery. She wanted to change it and arrange it, see? She wanted to remake it, make changes in Hogwarts, see? Otherwise there might be a kind of king. He'd throw everyone, he'd take them and fling them, and he'd make a song that he would be singing, and you know he'd do wrong, he'd be sinning. 5 more random words, yeah, he's doing a crime. He's chopping up the lemons and he's taking all the lime. If he takes the vitamin C, how will I survive? I'm silent like a mime. 5 more random words, you know I have appeal, because I'm like a banana, like Charlie Sheen. That didn't even rhyme. How could I make that crime? I'm like the lemons and the lime. Alright, we'll do a little more. Let's go. 5 more random words. This one's fast. You know that I like to wear my hair in a part. I hand out my business cards, and I like to loudly fart, cause I make mischief and my name is Bart. You know, I can see that you're into me. It's because of my pride and my dignity. You know that I'm sending hate like I was living at Gethsemane, because I got so much skill I could kill, and I'm so unique. So you try to kill Bill, cause I got such fine techniques. When you're coming at me, you can't stop me. I learned at the academy. You know I'm like a panda, see, because I'm like a padamelon in the heat. You know that I have so much insight, cause everything I say just might be right. You know that I brighten the day with light. You know that I always end every fight. That's how I realized that I'm real tight. I don't start a fight cause I just want everyone to be admiring. And if I was floating, I might be a voter in the democracy. You know I carry the load. You know that I'm like a toad, because if I was in the sea, I would float. And you know I'm not just one guy. I started as one and then I multiplied, because I said they're so damn fine. So I got to find a way to expand my mind. 5 more random words, it's all disordered. All the bricks are breaking, the mortar. You know I carry it around Porter, and you know that I'm mortified, cause I'm so frightened and I'm not delighted. I've got a mind that's on fire, and so I resize it. You know I will expand it. I got not just one but a grand kid. I can't stand it, so just unhand it. You know I've got black and white like a panda. And you know that I'm landed, cause I've owned the land in this Camden. I own land in Camden, I'm standing. Every good beat, every damn stanza. And I eat the Fanta because it's so delicious and I'm outstanding. 5 more random words, it's making interference as I am going closer, nearer. You know you might be scared, might be fearing, but everything I say, you know I mean it. If I put in all the legwork, I see everybody who's in my network. And I got so much stacks, you know my net worth. 5 more random words. You know I got to make some advertising, because the people are enlightened. You know we're gonna make it bigger, resize it. And you know that everyone gets incisors, because the teeth are beyond belief. You know we're eating the grass, eating the leaves. You know that we're gonna eat cheese, because what I said about being vegan was a lie. Alright, that is a hard beat. Let's do more with that fast, hard beat. It feels really good to get the fast beat right. Yo, you know I like to paint you nice and ordered. I'm gonna make it nice in a portrait. You know I build the wall with the mortar, and I let it go, I'd never force it. If I got to make it, then I advocate it. I'm gonna change it or rearrange it. You know that together we're gonna make it, and I arrive on time, I'm never late, kid. You know that I move like I was a gorilla, like I'm making a million. You know I'm never sinning, gorilla. like I was a gorilla, and I'm making the music in an album, and I can't even fathom album. Like I was eating the salmon. What rhymes with album? Jessica Alba, standing at the end of the Andes, so unhand me. I can't stand heat, so I'm gonna take the. Alright. 5 more random words, you know my implication. To regale the tales of the ages. You know that I'm always the same, never changing. You know I'm pretty brave, cause I'm brazen. And I have no pity if your raps are shit and you're really shitty. Whether I'm in the town or in the city, you know that the rhymes are gonna be really litty. This is pretty fucking embarrassing, like I was a politician and I was canvassing. But it's okay, you know I'm managing. I make a sandwich, kid. If we get together, you know it's a partnership, because together it's not harder, kid. We're gonna dip into the larder, kid, cause that's how I started. And if we're related, you might be my uncle. We had a ship, but then it sunk. Oh, like I was under the heat, and I've got to find the bait. 5 more random words, we need a caterer. That's what's gonna make me elated, because the situation is changing, so I'm regaling the tales of the ages. And if I was fleek, then I'd have a sheet, whether it is hailing or raining or sleet. If we get together, then we're gonna meet. You know that I got at least 2 feet, and I achieve whatever I dream of, whatever even occurs to me. It's hurting me. This goddamn murder scene as we are hurtling 4 feet deep and into the nearing, into the season, by neither rhyme nor reason. Don't be fooled by appearance, and if I got stone, I've got the marble. You know I'm a pacifist, I never harm you. You know I just speak, I always charm you. I might farm you. If you were a plant, then I might have to grow it. And if you got the knowledge, then you know I'm gonna know it. I'm just rapping like a poem. You know I made a decision and I am chosen. Okay, that was probably less good than the previous attempt. Alright, what's this one? 5 more random words, 5 more random words, 5 more random words, 5 more random words. You know I make you happy, you know what that will elate you. You know I write it down on the pad, it's all on paper. You know I'm ever shifting, always changing. You know I'm like a fire, it's lighted and then we blaze it. And if we don't stay, you know we're gonna leave. I know it seems strange, it seems beyond belief. You know that if we are united when we meet, you know if we get cut then we might have to bleed. Because nature's crazy, we're escaping prey. Otherwise the predator will get you and you're slain. You know the fire is rising, pyres will blaze. You know you might be enlightened by what I'm saying. You know that everybody is living up in the world. You know that if you're a girl you might have some curls. You know if I'm driving the car I might have to swerve. And I'm riding, driving all over the earth. You know that I've gone to the source code, because there's no beat that can escape my flow. You know that I can rap real fast or slow, and if you throw me in the ocean I might just float. You know that I like to keep it all petty, and the rap is never ending because I'm like Vader, cause I am your father. And if I was Pooh Bear I'd steal honey from the larder. You know that I could do it in any time, whether by minutes or hours. I arrange the rhyme, cause I got the power to derange your mind. And I find the spices to eat in time. Look, 5 more random words, you know I keep it in parallel, because you will be damned to hell. Cause I am appalled like Cardinal Pell, and I couldn't speak with neither butterfly or bell. And if I have a problem then I'll find the solution. Like homeopathics, I take it and dilute it. I'm gonna make your mind chug, achieve movement. And if I was even dreaming I'm still lucid. I don't say utilize, I say use it. Why not be concise with your language, Houston? I don't abuse or disabuse with the movement, and you know that I achieve choosing because I keep it free. I don't eat caged meat, it's only free range. See, with this deranged heat, I'm slaying thee with my mean lines. You can't believe what's coming out my eyes. Lindsay Shelton tried rapping like this today. Yeah, you might find it's difficult, there's no way. It's not an easy way to try to behave, but when you gotta light the fire, you try to make a blaze. Well, you've gotta practice if you're ever gonna change. It's not like a cow, you can't stay in the grass and graze. Otherwise, like Andrew Gaze, you gotta practice before you make the balls slay. 5 more. Alright. Let's keep going. Oh, we're gonna end this shortly, actually. This might be the last one. This will be the last little rap. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Let's make this the victory lap. 5 more random words. 5 more random words. You know that I make decisions, I always choose it. You know I keep it, I never lose it. And these minds make you make movement. And you know my dream's lucid, and if I have too much, I might have to reduce it. And I never disabuse it. You know that I keep it all lucid. I already used that rhyme. Use it. I make the confrontation. I'm making people happy with elation. It's like paper mache, kid, because I use the paper to engrave it in any shape that you dream of. We're gonna make it that you lean on. Well, maybe don't lean on it because paper mache is not very strong. The structural integrity is low, and if you try to lean on it, it might blow. If you try to go fast, it might go slow, and then it might all glow because it is phosphorescent, because the chemistry has the essence to make the light get excited, and it lights up the night with the brightness. If we're in a fight, then I fight you. It's combat, and I might have to hide. If I'm losing the fight, I might have to run away, fight another day. Because by my might, you know that I'm always going to rise. I'm like Lazarus, cause I never stay silent. And if I rode it, I ride it. If I was a vegetable, I'd be a plant. And if I wasn't sitting down, then I'm gonna stand. You know I got not just one but a grand. You know that I am the fucking man. And you know that if we'll keep it distinct, we're gonna keep it all fleek and nice mink. That's the kind of fur that I'm wearing. I know that it's kind of wrong and it's scary. If you were a mink, it'd be unthinkable to eat this situation. Regaling the tales of the ages, reusing rhymes to restrain me. I just keep it aware when I'm a bear and I'm living in my lair. I look out with my eyes and I might stare, and if I see a maiden who's fair, I can't bear it. I'm gonna scare it, I'm gonna run away. There's no way to change the day. So I'm in my den and I might have to hibernate so I'm not irate. If I was the first, you know that I'm the original. And if I like you, then you know I'm into you. And if we fight, we're in conflict. And I might have conflict. I stay positive so we don't have to fight. I won't acknowledge it. And if I got the meat, I make sausages. And I might put in the vitamin C oranges. Thank you so much for listening to episode 11 of MC Radio Rental Freestyle Rapping. That was fun. See you next time. Cheers.